Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Washington Redskins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He finds Riddick complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He can't, man. He's not going to get me. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 36.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Riddick. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 180. 57 Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Gun. Whip. Watch the whip.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Watch the block. Check 3. 8.
Now Joe Mixon. He'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Flushed out right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Jets have recovered.
Let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline.
Step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Black 20, quarter. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And it's incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Great. 58, boys, 58. 58 to Mike. I'm on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And now here's Inman bringing in the pass and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Riddick. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
At the 45-yard line.
Start! 180! Snicker!
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
At the 10-yard line.
Back to throw, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Great. 58, boys, 58, Mike. Here it comes. 58's the Mike.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB, and guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On the ground, it's Reddick. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
25, check 25, check 25. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And the grab by Croft. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
And the Jets first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The completion to Riddick. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Riddick with a carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. He'll get this one to Galladay. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jets on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short boot, taken at the 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here, as that's taken up close to the 40. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From the 41, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Under 10, 10. Gun.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
No.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Great.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Corey Peters there to bring him down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready? 180? Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch. Gun.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And Jay Gruden says, let's go for this thing. They're going to try it here on 4th.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They snap it to Newton. And he's able to find Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Rush in. 8. Check 99.
On first down, Mixon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go. Hustle. Mike, 58 for Mike.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
58, boys, 58, Mike. I'm coming for you, son. Fast. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. I'm coming.
From the red zone now, Newton. Dancing to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
20.
Another try for Mixon. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Newton takes it himself, and he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And Newton's going to keep it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Newton with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
That's the score. Redskins 14, Jets 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
A gain of 14.
Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline, ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get back into it.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Gun.
Mixon with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Check it back. Check it back. Great.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 21-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take...
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready? 58, come on. Gun. I got him. Tight go.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Yannick Ngakoue picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and a mile. From the 50, Newton. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. So now on fourth down, Jay Gruden will call on his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And this one is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Roethlisberger. And the pressure gets to him again. Jamie Collins. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Smith. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Great. 58 to Mike.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Here we go. Heavy. Express. 58 to Mike. Watch the screen. 20.
To throw again, Newton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter, Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington, the win form is number 6 on the year, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.